Hello there, Robert Barton with OfficeAutomated.com. In the last video, we discussed this concept of the pyramid of marketing efficiency. And this is basically, starting with the foundation of a great customer experience and moving up to an automated email sequence to drive the consumption of content on your website and on your social channels, mostly YouTube. That drives reviews, great reviews, again, drive your Google and YouTube authority, and all of that culminates into having a more efficient paid advertising campaign, because people these days are going to look you up. They're going to see what other people think about you. They're going to see what kind of content you have and how much of an authority you appear to be online. And when you have all these things in place, it makes all other advertising more efficient. That's not that complicated in and of itself. Here are the problems. The first problem is learning a complicated and deep automated email sequence and getting all the automation in place that is necessary to pull this off. So this automation is triggered via a form on the desktop of key employees that can trigger the process. So if it's a healthcare practice, it's going to be on the desktop of the front desk person, and when a new patient leaves, they're going to put the patient information into the form and it triggers the automation. They get a welcome email, they get a drip email or drip emails that have your content in it, and that content is embedded on your website, and then those are embedded YouTube videos for the most part, and that drives analytics on your website and also drives analytics on YouTube. So learning a email system that can pull this off and creating the forms and creating the sequencing and keeping that updated and really interpreting what's going on within that is a challenge. And when you are a business owner and you're focused on delivering the value that you deliver, if you're a healthcare provider, then you're focused on being a doctor, you don't necessarily want to take the time or rely on employees to figure things like this out, so you just don't do it. Another challenge with this is creating the video content. Video is very engaging. It's the way that most people like to connect with their with the business owner or with a doctor, a professional of some sort. But the problem is with video, there's so many things that can go wrong. We have lighting, backgrounds, the delivery, the sound, equipment issues in terms of what kind of camera to use, the strategy and the production value of the video, figuring out what you're going to say and then figuring out how to get B-roll. So we have A-roll and B-roll, figuring out the B-roll that's going to go with that to tell the story. And then to wrap all that up, the editing. The editing of the video is probably the most important thing, because no matter what kind of B-roll you get, and you're going to lay that on top of your A-roll, which is what you see when I'm talking to you right now, the editing is what makes it interesting and keeps it interesting to the viewer. And if you can pull off very good videos and have them watchable and they're not distractingly bad, then people will consume your content, your YouTube analytics grow, and this email sequence will work. If all of the emails that go out have a video on them that aren't very good, then the email sequence is pretty much worthless because no one's going to watch them anyway. So pulling off good video is probably the #1 challenge with regard to pulling this off, and certainly editing the video and learning how to edit and all those technical components to pulling this off is what keeps a lot of business owners from not doing this. However, if we could solve the technical production problems, the editing problems, and then also all of the technical aspects with putting the email system together and automating that process and making sure that the right emails go out at the right time, then most business owners see the value in having a system like this in place where they can build the authority and seed the consumption of their materials and elevate themselves in the eyes of Google and YouTube as well as other search engines. So it's really not rocket science, but those are the problems. And in the next video, I'm going to share with you how we solve that problem for you and make it easier to pull this off as OfficeAutomated.com. And again, if you have superior technical know-how and you can pull this off, you could put all this together. If you want to make it easier on yourself and be able to plug into a system that allows you to start this literally as early as tomorrow, then I'll see you in the next video.